Hello, everyone. Welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. My name's Simon, and hang on for today's Bitcoin price action analysis. Before I get into it, it's not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, but I do look at the price action before my very eyes on Bitcoin every day of the week. And for your viewing pleasure, I'm about to do so once again. Happy Saturday. Did I already say that? Don't know. Going a bit mad these days. Must be because of this range of doom that Bitcoin's had me trapped in for quite some time. I wonder if it'll break out. See that blue line there? It's not what you think it is. Not what you think it is. That blue line there, if we do some amazing zoom out stuff and then go a long way back in time, look at that. How's that for a perfect retest? Ooh. So that was the high prior to the pullback of the, what would you describe that, of the left shoulder prior to Bitcoin's current all-time high. Interesting. And it was also this kind of wick bottom here and not quite there. Isn't that interesting? Which is why, I think everything you need to know about Bitcoin and trading is right there before your eyes. Just got to look at it. Just got to look for it. I do like indicators, don't get me wrong. You don't hear me talk about them very much. I will in the future, but not right now. And there's a reason for that, which I will share with you soonish. Anyway, back to it. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's time for a pullback, but my feelings are irrelevant. And that's why it's far more important to watch what the price is doing. Now, I had a range bottom here, didn't I? Where was my bottom? Well, it was there, wasn't it? I hear you say. About there. Now, I've been going on about 4-hour closures for further downside on the 4-hourly range highs here. 4-hourly range high. I've been going on about a 4-hour closure is likely to cause more downside. Well, that doesn't seem like it's happened because there's been a 4-hour closure, but there hasn't been much more downside yet. However, if this trend line keeps going, then yeah, it probably will be. The midpoint, the range, is where it's been the whole time. Where did I have it? Well, let's just do it logically. I like doing this on charts. You just get a measuring tool between your high and your low, and hopefully that's not going to disappear now when I click on this horizontal line. Stay there. Stay there. There we go. Stay there. Chuck that in. Boom. There's a midpoint. And, it matches up to the price action quite well too. Not absolutely, but okay. Remember the point of the midpoint. It's almost like a momentum signal. So, closures below the midpoint mean that the price isn't continuing up. And closures above the midpoint mean that price isn't continuing down. So if the 4-hour does start to close above this trend line, then maybe it'll have a go at the midpoint. But the top of the range is safe until it closes above the midpoint. It's just logic. So that's all I've got to say about the 4-hour. That's my trend line. What do you think about it? Rubbish? Good? I think it's okay. 15-minute is here. So yesterday, the 15-minute was a bit boring, wasn't it? What was going on with the 15-minute yesterday? I'm going to move this now because it doesn't apply to what I'm about to show you. I was looking for a nice bouncy bounce back up to the midline and then a rejection and then away to the races to the downside. That didn't happen. How annoying. It did, however, break out of this downtrend and is currently in a somewhat lethargic. This is like a Sunday afternoon uptrend, isn't it? It's like, oh, I can't be bothered. Should we go up or down? They go, all the candles like that. I don't really care. I just want to go to sleep. I've got a hangover. I don't really have hangovers anymore because I have a 5-year-old child. So, hangovers are a thing of the past. So, yeah, look, bit of a crappy uptrend, but high highs, high lows nonetheless. And until that's broken, probably more upside on the 15-minute. I am trying to track this lethargic long with a bit of a scalpy trade, but to be honest, I'm not even expecting it to break above the mini resistance, which comes in around here. And because it's a mini one, I'm going to shrink it down and make it dashed. That might be dotted, dashed. So that would be a good little target for some lethargic weekend upside. Who knows? Will I get there? I don't know. At this rate, it's going to take till I'm about 350 years old. Which probably isn't that long away anyway. So yeah, a bit of upside. But I think the most important thing of the weekend is whether or not there are 4-hour closures back above the midpoint. If there are 4 hours back above the midpoint, that looks actually much better for a continuation of the higher time frames uptrend. Because the longer that Bitcoin goes sideways on the higher time frames, so like daily and weekly, the more likely it is just to carry on up. There's the classic sideways, sideways, sideways break up. Even this sort of terrible price action here, yeah, it did have a stab down to the bottom, which picked out this range high, but it wasn't a big pullback, and then it made another move up. This was sideways and down the whole time, really. This was sideways and down the whole time. So yeah, more sideways, like on this downtrend. So this is the downtrend from the all-time high. That was rude. Sorry about that. See that? Sideways. Continuation in the same direction. Bit more of a pullback. So sideways here, maybe with a bit of down. It could even come sideways very easily down to 47, which is currently in my eyes, this is the 47s is still the daily support in my eyes. 47,000 with a bit of sideways and down. Just bore everyone to death over the next few weeks and then do a nice big move up. I don't know. And nobody knows, no matter what they tell you or what they draw on their charts, which is why you just follow the price action and do what it tells you. And if you follow the price action and do what it tells you, you'll probably end up being a half-decent trader. And just remember those 3 golden rules. Trend is your friend. Don't short support. Don't long resistance. So I think I'll leave it at that. It's all down to the 4 hour. If the 4 hour pulls its socks up, gets back above this midpoint, which is basically 51.750. Back into bouncy territory at the very least. However, if it fails and if this 4 hour trend line holds, it's not absolute, something like that might be slightly different. If that holds, well, then we're looking at a pullback, which I'd be very pleased about. I'm not going to talk about targets because at the moment it's relevant. Maybe it'll become more relevant tomorrow. And do you know what? I'll meet you back here. And if you've enjoyed this video, the content was a bit limited because the price action was limited. But if you've enjoyed it anyway, please like and subscribe. Come back tomorrow and we'll do it all again. Have a great Saturday. See you tomorrow.